Imagine you cannot move. Not won't move. Cannot. Your arms are pinned above your head. Your legs are wedged behind you. You are tilted forward, head down, at a 70-degree angle inside a crack in the earth so narrow, so crushingly, impossibly narrow, that when you try to breathe in, the rock squeezes back. You are in complete darkness. You cannot see your own hands. You cannot see anything. The weight of an entire mountain is pressing down around you, and you have been here for hours. The blood is pooling in your skull. Your vision swims. Your heart strains. And somewhere above you, a world continues turning that you may never see again. His name was John Edward Jones. He was 26 years old, a medical student, a husband, a father to a 14-month-old daughter named Emily Rose, with a second child growing in his wife's womb. He was, by every account, someone who lit up a room. Nutty Putty. By the end of this story, you will understand why John Jones never came home, why the government made a decision so final, so irreversible, that it shocked the nation, and why, to this day, the entrance to that cave is sealed in concrete. Stay with me. Nutty Putty Cave sits in the Utah desert, roughly 60 miles south of Salt Lake City. It is not a grand cave. It is not Carlsbad Caverns. It is not Mammoth Cave. It is small, claustrophobically, deliberately small. A cave of tight squeezes and sharp drops, and passages so narrow that grown adults must exhale completely, must shrink themselves just to pass through. That is why people love it. It had been explored. It had been mapped, mostly. It had been visited by thousands of people in the decades since its discovery. Youth groups, church groups, families, adventure seekers. The cave had a reputation for being challenging but manageable, a rite of passage for Utahns with a taste for adventure. It had also required rescue operations, multiple times. People had gotten stuck before, scared, disoriented. They had always, eventually, gotten out. November 24th, 2009, Thanksgiving Eve. John Jones arrived at the cave entrance with his brother Josh and a small group of friends. It was a night out, a holiday adventure. John had been to Nutty Putty before. He knew caves. He was fit. He was confident. He was 26 years old and felt the way young men feel at 26, that the body can handle anything the mind decides. They went in. For a time, it was exactly what they had come for. The thrill of tight passages, the satisfaction of squeezing through and arriving in a small chamber on the other side. The primal, childlike joy of underground exploration. Then, John made a decision. He was looking for a passage called Ed's Push, a well-known squeeze that required effort but was navigable. Instead, whether from misjudgment in the dark or a moment of simple, innocent error, he entered a different passage, a passage beside it, an unmapped descent, a place that narrowed, and then narrowed again. John compressed his chest and pushed forward through the narrowest point. He was committed now. There was no room to turn, no room to go sideways. He was moving downward, head first, into a vertical crack barely 18 inches wide and 10 inches deep. He pushed a little further, reached the tightest point. And then his chest expanded and the rock held it. John Jones was stuck, upside down, head below feet, arms pinned above him in the narrowing dark. at a 70-degree angle inside a crack in the earth that had no interest in letting him go. He could not move forward. He could not move back. He could not turn. He could not push. He could not breathe. Not fully. Not the way you need to breathe when panic begins to rise. He was found like this. He would remain like this for 28 hours. Ask yourself right now, could you survive that? Stay with me. Josh had gone back for him. When John didn't follow, when the cave stayed silent, Josh retraced the passage and found him. He grabbed his brother's ankles. He pulled hard, and John moved, not up, but down, deeper into the crack. The geometry of the passage was pulling him further in. Josh let go. He ran. Within hours, over 100 rescuers had assembled. Cave rescue specialists, search and rescue teams, emergency medical technicians, firefighters, Utah County Sheriff's deputies. They came from across the state. The word had spread fast. A man was trapped upside down in Nutty Putty Cave. A medical student. A young father. They needed everyone. But the cave was not cooperative. The passage John had entered was almost too small for a single rescuer to navigate, let alone carry equipment through. It took immense effort just to reach him, crawling and squeezing and contorting through passages that seemed designed to resist human passage. Every piece of equipment had to be manhandled through the same impossible geometry. Progress was measured in inches, in minutes lost, in hours. The first rescuer to reach John was a woman named Susie Matola. She had contorted herself through passages most grown adults could not navigate. She had spent an almost unimaginable amount of time in that suffocating dark just to reach him. And when she did, when her headlamp finally found his face, she saw something that stopped her heart. He was conscious. He was frightened, but he was John. "Hey," Susie said, "we're going to get you out." And John, upside down, pinned, in pain, unable to move a single limb, looked at her. "Thank you for coming," he said. He said, "Thank you. But I really want to get out." They talked to him. They kept him talking. They passed in water. They told him about the rescuers assembling above. They told him about the plan. They told him. His wife knew. His family was there. His daughter was safe. But the clock was the enemy no one could fight directly. Being trapped upside down is not merely uncomfortable. It is, medically, a death sentence on a timer. Blood obeys gravity, always. And with the body inverted for hours, blood pools relentlessly in the brain, the skull, the head. The heart must work against its own design to maintain circulation. The pressure builds. The lungs compress. Breathing becomes harder. The heart strains, and then it strains more. And with no relief, with no reversal, it gives out. Every hour John remained in that position, his odds narrowed. The rescuers knew this, and they worked with a desperation measured in millimeters and heartbeats to change it. It took hours. Hours of drilling into brittle cave rock in a passage barely large enough for two people to stand inside. Hours of threading ropes and building an anchor system that would bear a human life. Hours during which John Jones lay upside down, conscious, waiting, talking about his daughter, praying. And then, it worked. The pulley system moved him, slowly, painfully, but upward. 3 feet, 4 feet. John could see the rescuers above him, the light, the hands reaching down. He was close enough that they could have touched him. For the first time in hours, there was hope. Real, tangible, breathing hope. And then, at midnight on November 25th, 2009, his heart finally could not continue.